be talking about how to break those hidden laws that are running your life, and really start to learn how and why we have these sticky points as we go through our day doing the things that we want to do, and just either having to struggle through it or not doing it at all. So most women think that they're struggling with discipline or motivation or brain fog, whatever it could be. There's a lot of different things trying to figure it out, right? It's like they're riding the struggle bus in some areas, yet really successful. And sometimes it looks really successful on the outside, but it doesn't feel that way on the inside. So what's actually happening is you've got rules. And we're going to talk more about that as we get into this. This morning is really starting to see the invisible rules that are running your life and how to challenge them. So, and I've got a really special bonus for you at the end, so stay tuned. So you have a personal book of rules, all right? And it's a collection of beliefs that you have accepted as truth long before you could question them. So some of them, I'm not going to get too much into where they all come from but some of them are not ours. Let me just leave it at that level, right? Some of them are not ours. Some of them we were born into. They were the beliefs that our family had, our community had, our church had, whatever it is. And some of the beliefs are things that we've made up along the way. And these beliefs act like laws, unquestioned, yet enforced and completely obeyed. You know, don't ask too much. Good girls are seen but not heard. Be helpful. Stay small to stay safe. You have to earn your value, right? You have to do this before you can do that, whatever that is. Look at the beliefs that you have about being a business owner, if you're a business owner, or a wife, or a mother, or a friend. You have them about everything. And these aren't the personality traits, they're subconscious rules. And they shape the actions, well, they shape how the world looks to you. Like when you go look out into the world and you see another mother who may be acting differently than what your rules say you should act like. I mean, just think about breastfeeding in public, right? That was breaking a rule. And so we have these different beliefs about everything, and you can see how when you look out into the world, your rules shape what you see, which in turn shapes the actions or non-actions that you'll take. So the sad thing is you didn't write this book, but you totally have been living it. So we internalize these words that are spoken to us before we learned how to question them. So someone's comment, someone's tone, expectation, or judgment becomes a rule that we follow without even noticing it. And these things, especially you can see when your parents, like money doesn't grow on trees. What are your beliefs about money? Don Miguel Ruiz, I love him, and he says that our beliefs become the laws that rule our personal dream, not because they're true, but because we've adopted them. So when you pull it straight back, this is how the subconscious works, okay? So it builds its operating system by repetition plus emotion, and then this creates the rules that you live by. And you've been doing it your whole life. And these rules then show up as patterns, they show up as reactions and sentences, and we use them without even thinking. It shapes how we see the world, the actions that we'll take or not take. It impacts everything. So patterns always reveal the rules that you're living under, right? Just think about what you how you act in the world, right? What are some of the things that you always do? Now, you may not consciously know it, but if you sat and thought about it, you could definitely see, right? You may say you overgive. Your rule to live by might be my value is being useful. You may have a rule called you need to silence what you need because everybody comes first. And that rule to live by could be wanting is selfish. You stay busy. Your rule is I'll stay busy because the rule you live by is I don't want to be lazy. Or you downplay your success because your rule to live by is if I put myself out there, if people really know, I'll be judged. You don't charge enough. Your rule to live by is I'm not good enough yet, right? If there's a pattern that feels familiar, it's because there's a law underneath it that is old. And so we've got to start to pay attention to the language. It's really, our language can be very diagnostic, right? We walk around, I'm fine. I'm not ready yet. I need to go get this certification, that certification. I need to have this many followers. I have to, whatever it is, right? You start to see some of the rules that you've made up. It's too late. It's too late to start over. I'm already successful. Who am I to change, right? I'm not skinny enough, smart enough, good enough, fill in the blank enough. So these aren't updates, they're rules that are disguised as casual statements, and we use them really casually, really flippantly. We don't even know that we do. I worked with a client, this was many years ago, and we were just kind of testing things out in her language of what she automatically did. And we went to work on I'm busy. How many of you walk around and I'm busy comes out of your mouth when you're like, am I really busy? I don't know that I'm really busy. It's almost like sometimes it's a badge of honor that we use. I'm busy. So start to look at what are these words that just automatically come flying out of your mouth, whether the truth or not. Your vocabulary really exposes who's in charge, the woman that is on autopilot or the woman that you want to be or the woman that you're becoming or this woman that inspires you, that you're really inspired by. So think of a pattern now that's really been looping this month, even this week. And think about what you haven't been getting done that you want to get done. And think about there's something that you want to do and you keep putting it off. You're procrastinating. You're not doing it. You're making reasons or excuses for not getting it done. You may be overthinking it. You may be shrinking, like I'm not good enough yet, or I can't do it, or you're just avoiding, or all of a sudden the laundry needs to get done, right? So you've got to prove yourself first before you get. There's a lot of rules that you have put in place. And when you start to see these patterns show up in the areas, especially for us, well, especially for everybody, let's be honest, but business owners, look at those things, right? You hear people that are, there's things, no matter how successful you are, because this isn't for some people, this is for all people. So you can ask yourself, what's the rule that you've created that keeps you? Like if I put myself out there, I'm going to be judged, or I need to have a certification before I can do that, or who am I, right? Start to look at what are some of the rules that you have. I'll do that when I'm good enough, when I'm smart enough, when I'm skinny enough. And you could start to practice a new rule called progress over perfection. An old rule could be it's too late to do what I really want. I should be happy with what I have. And the new thing is it's never too late. You can have both. An old rule could be I should just be happy with what I got and let things go. What do I really need that for? New rule could be actually looking at what it is that you really do want. So start to look at this and start to feel when you're being impacted. I call it being sticky or stuck, right? When you think about, I know for a lot of people going live is like, nerve wracking, or speaking, right? You can see like that stickiness that comes up. Now, all right, so let's get into the science behind this. Why your subconscious has rules that are running your life. Here's the truth. Your conscious mind makes 5% of your decisions, only 5%. And the other 95%, that's your subconscious running on autopilot. It's your subconscious using all those rules. And your subconscious isn't some woo-woo concept. It's neural pathways and automated response patterns. Your brain built to keep you safe. Your amygdala's job is to keep you safe. Your amygdala, the fear center, doesn't distinguish between physical danger and emotional risk. So failing publicly registers the same as being chased by a predator. So it creates rules. Don't take big risks. Stay safe. If it's working, don't mess it up. And why smart women can't think their way out of it is your prefrontal cortex, your rational brain knows. I'm financially secure. I have the skills. This isn't life or death. But your limbic system, your emotional brain is screaming, danger, danger, Will Robinson. You're going to fail. Everyone will see. You'll lose everything. People are going to find out. They're going to find out you're a fraud. Don't do it. The limbic system is faster and stronger, and it's been running the show for your whole life. And you can't use your conscious mind to fix a subconscious problem. You can't just think positive your way past deeply embedded neural patterns. So traditional approaches that try to change patterns through the thinking brain, right? Therapy, mindset work, affirmations, they give you some relief, but they're not always the answer. Have you ever noticed that, you get a little bit better, you can kind of push through it, but then you fall back. You can't muscle your way through everything. But you can't think your way out of this feeling that's stored in your body, these subconscious rules that live in your amygdala, your autonomic nervous system, the fight, flight, or freeze, right? Or your body's stress response. You need to actually update that neural pathway at the source. So your brain is neuroplastic, and these patterns can change, which is the great news. You can reactivate the old memory. You can introduce contradictory evidence, and you can reconsolidate this new pattern. And this is, I haven't talked a lot about the MAP method or even heart math, but this is what we do with those tools. is they work directly with your limbic system and your nervous system to really neutralize the patterns, beliefs that we've stored in our bodies. They update the patterns, they neutralize the stickiness, if you will. So the heart math coherence really synchronizes your heart rhythm and your brain waves, and your heart has 40,000 neurons. It sends more information to your brain than your brain sends to your heart. And when you're in that decision fog, your heart and brain literally are out of sync. They're going all over the place. And it activates. That's why if you imagine a big decision that you're stressed about, it's your nervous system is all out of whack because you haven't synchronized the heart brain connection. And it shuts down that amygdala's panic response when you can connect and create the heart brain coherence. And the result is clarity, calm, access to intuition. The bottom line is those 3 a.m. spirals or those decision paralysis or those thoughts that I am not enough yet to do this or whatever it is, it's too late. That's not you failing. There's nothing wrong. It's just our brains hardwired. So I want to just show you kind of an example of what I mean. If you think about, just going to use my fancy thing here. So if you think about the ocean, up here is your conscious mind. Down here is the subconscious. So you can see that all of this subconscious beliefs, they're just below the surface. Like an iceberg, right? All you see is a little bit. This is your conscious mind. It's what's underneath that's so powerful. So you don't need more willpower or positive thinking. You need to update those neural pathways at the source so that your body feels safe making the decisions, that these old beliefs that were designed to keep you safe understand that there's a new level of safety, that it's okay. It's okay to do Facebook Lives. It's okay to do whatever that is in your business that you feels a little sticky, or even in your life, to lose weight, to exercise. We have beliefs and ideas about all of these. So if you're ready to go deeper into learning how you can neutralize these beliefs and start to rewrite the rules that have been shaping your life, that's the work that I do. And so I would love to be able to introduce this to people. So I've created a very special opportunity. So if you're curious, like, what is she talking about, this map thing? What do you mean neutralize these beliefs? It sounds very woo to me. Well, it's not. It's actually science. It was created by a therapist many years ago. And it's giving us access to your highest self. So I've created an offer where we could just test it out for you, right? You don't even have to believe in it, but I'm offering a special, it's 2 sessions, and it's $125 for both sessions. So it's about 2 hours. And we can take one of those beliefs that you have that has been impacting your effectiveness, your performance in your business, or even performance in life, and start to neutralize those beliefs. So I only have room for 5 people at this price because it's 2 hours, it's $125. And DM me if you're like, I'd like to try that. I know that I have some beliefs that have been running my life. Then that's what this is for. And we're going to go in, neutralize those beliefs so that they're not impacting the actions or non actions that you're taking in your life. So, if you're ready to try something else, if you have tried all the things and you're still stuck taking the same stuck actions or non actions, right? DM me, I'm ready. And we'll get to work on looking at what are those patterns that are stopping you from really becoming the woman or the business owner or the leader or the wife or the mother that you really want to be walking into 2026. So the time is now. I have 5 spots, so DM me. We'll get you scheduled and go to work on rewiring those limiting beliefs that have been impacting you and your success. So DM me, I'm ready, and let's do this.